Alright, hello everyone. Here we're back for another Golf Clash tutorial video here, and I wanted to go ahead and go over the Metro ball that they put out here. This is called a season ball. It's going to be for the Metro Open Tournament featured. You can see that it has, statistically speaking, wind resistance 3, which is 35% decrease in effective wind. 1 side spin, which is going to allow you to go right around 2.5 out of the full 7 bars of side spin that you get. So that'll be left and right side spin that you'll be able to go about 2.5 bars or so. And in terms of power, it's going to have a 10% power boost. So if your Apocalypse, for example, is 240 or 230, whatever it is, you're going to get 23, 24 extra yards by applying this ball. Similarly, it's going to be about, if you guys are more familiar with Kingmaker balls, that's about a 7% boost. So this will give you an extra 3%, which equates to about 7 yards. So one of the other important things to note about a 10% power boost is for guys who may have Thor's hammer. So if you've played with Thor hammer and you have a 232 powered Thor's hammer, these extra 3% that I'm mentioning over a Kingmaker ball is going to equate to almost matching it up distance-wise with an Apocalypse. So if you're playing against somebody that has a Kingmaker ball and they have an Apoc 5, for example, they're going to have that 240 power boost option. And if you have a Thor's hammer, for example, with the 232 distance number, which starts out of Thor 5, the 7 yards will basically match it up to be almost the exact same club. So it'll come up an extra 7 yards, which in comparison without the applied boost would be basically making it 239 to 240. However, the actual boost is going to be an extra 23 yards. So they're both going to be, 255 and 256 are going to be the actual differences. So, but it'll very much match up your distance, which will help you close that gap. So because of that fact, especially for the later tours, this is going to be a very, solid ball to be using. So let's just take a look momentarily. The closest thing, if you guys have royal balls or dead balls, they have the exact same statistic, whether it's royal or dead. I'm going to pull up my dead ball here, and you'll see that the wind resistance is 3, exact same statistic. Power is 4, exact same statistic. The only difference is you're giving up 1 extra side spin. So if you like this ball, which I believe, it to be one of the best balls in the game, for all purposes, especially for headwinds, head and side winds, this is going to be a great favorable ball. Similarly with the brand new one. So it is something that I think that especially if you want to make purchases in game, these are going to be some of the better balls, especially for side winds and headwinds when you need to get out that extra distance. Similarly, if you wanted to use them in tour play, as I'm mentioning with the Thor's hammer, you can try to, as your opponent, for example, pulled out maybe an Apocalypse that he has you distance-wise to match up a little bit better with them. Especially if your distance number is a little bit down. If he pulls out a Kingmaker, you can pull out one of these season balls or the dead ball. What I'm going to like about this specifically is, it basically, since it has a little bit less of that side spin, I can basically, if I know that it's going to be a hole that I don't need that side spin, I'll use this and save the dead balls or royal balls. Okay, so do you see the advantage there? Because you'll want that extra side spin for the times that it's absolutely mandatory. So you'll have to come to a crossroads and just be like, okay, am I going to need it more than 2 side spin when this approach or off the tee? And if the answer is no, and you have the opportunity to pull both, then just keep pulling these new season balls to save on to these more coveted dead balls that have just a little bit more statistical enhancement. So hopefully you guys found that rationale and description of this ball very favorable. As I mentioned, these can be great tour balls if you so choose to turn them into tour balls. These will be very great balls for tour play, especially in those situations, tour 10, tour 11, tour 12, when you need to make up that distance on your opponent. So with that being said, if you would like to make a purchase, then this is going to be a really well-rounded ball to be able to do so. Hopefully you guys found this knowledge pertinent to your game, and good luck out on the course, whatever you choose to do, whether or not you get them or not. Hopefully this at least helps clear things up for you a little bit. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys do purchase, feel free to comment in the video. Feel free to give it a thumbs up, like it, share it, whatever you need to do. Good luck out there, guys, and catch you on the next one.